Hey there, Steeler Nation. Flip Fisher, staff writer for BehindTheSteelCurtain.com, with another edition of Steelers Fan Frenzy with Flip. What we're going to get into tonight is analyzing the first half of Mason Rudolph's play against Miami Dolphins last Monday night. I'm sure most of you are thinking that I'm probably going to be fairly critical of the first half, which we'll have to unravel that as we go along, won't we? But let me get into some things before we really get into the tape. You know, I've been scratching my head, reading about the game, reading comments from people, listening to some of the talking heads out there. And I keep hearing this about Mason Rudolph being rusty. Oh, I scratched my head. Huh? Why rusty? Because he hadn't played in an NFL game in, 3 weeks? That's baffling. He's been practicing for the last 2. And he also practiced in a limited basis the week before. Now, I'm not sure how much he actually practiced then. But that's neither here nor there. But it doesn't make any sense. He came into the Seattle game with never starting an NFL game before, right? Was he rusty in that game? No. Did he look a lot like he did this past Sunday? Yes. Yes, he did. And let's not sugarcoat this. This is the Miami Dolphins we're talking about here. They are now 0-6. This is not a good team. And this is not a good pass defense team. Heading into this game, they only had 1 interception. So, and they had been giving up the league's 4th most touchdowns for the season. This is not a good team. This is a team that gave 378 yards up to Baltimore, 311 up to the Chargers, 255 against the Pats, 241 against Dallas, and these were all huge blowouts. I mean, these were absolute trouncings. Then you bring in Pitt with 236. Not bad. But, then you have the Bills at 188 and the Redskins with Case Keenum at 166. Well, yeah, I guess it's all about how you put it into context with Rudolph. So let's just hop right in, get rid of the silly statistics that I bash on a lot. Let's get to the film. The film is what matters. So, in the very first play here, this is going to be his interception. And it just was not good coverage. I mean, it was actually great coverage by Miami, but just bad decision from Rudolph. As you can see, there is absolutely, really for the most part, nobody open. Covered. That's actually a really good defense. And Rudolph just makes a poor decision. Made not going to call it a rookie mistake because he's a second-year player. This is a ball that he's got to put it in a better place instead of forcing this, especially on his side of the field. And you look at it, he's staring down the middle of the field. Very almost non-existent progression. And yeah, he can't step into it, which that was absolutely something that happened all night long of him not stepping into passes. Now we're going to get into 1st and 10 here. And this is something that we're going to also see all night long. No touch on deep passes. Now, this is not something we have not only seen what we've seen all night long against Miami. This is something we've seen all season long. Look at this. Doesn't bother setting his feet. Has plenty of time. Lofts it. Big rainbow. Now, let's look at this a little more here. Let's come back here. Now, when does Moncrief get open here? Right there. What's Rudolph doing? Still rolling out. And as you'll see in the next one, his eyes are not downfield. That's bothersome. That really is. And you'll see. You'll see where he starts to roll out. Where's his eyes? Moncrief is open. Moncrief right here. Finally, he turns his eyes upfield. But instead of stopping, he just lofts this pass. Moncrief doesn't really stand much of a chance. So 3rd and 6. Yeah, there's some things I like about this play, and there's other things that I don't. He has the presence to get the ball out at the end. That's one of the biggest things I like about this play. This play actually took 5 seconds to develop. And the thing is, the wide receivers did Rudolph no favors here. You'll see, they're not open. Nothing. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Now he's got the pressure. Yeah, they did him no favors. And, the offensive line was not overly stellar on Monday night. And, that's a little frustrating because that's a very highly paid, highly talented pass blocking line against a subpar defense. Here's a 35 and 3rd and 5. And this is where he takes the really bad sack here. But what does he have open? What does he have open? He's looking across the middle here. Open. Open. Of course, a little later in that route, yeah, he's got a guy in his face. But he's got to quit holding on to that ball so long. And this has been another thing that I've bashed on him. Look, right there. Yeah, he's not turned. These wide receivers, they do have to help him out by turning. But there. Just this. He's open. But, he's locked in already. Yeah, you see look at his head. His head is locked in. He is one-dimensional right there. Where's the progression? Where is the progression? And that's another thing I've been hammering on him all year long about. 2nd and 11. Now, this was a play this is actually kind of the start of the drive that I really liked. Dumping it out to Nix here on 2nd and long. But what do we got over here, over the middle? 2 guys running absolutely unabated and free. Now, I know a lot of people love Nix. I don't want to see him with the ball in his hands. I don't care if it's, running the ball or receiving. I don't want Nix with the ball over 2 guys running wide open over the middle. No way. No way do I want to see that. And it's, again, No progression. None. That's the part that really frustrates me with Rudolph. Really is. 3rd and 12. Now, this is one of the nicest passes I've seen him throw this year. And this really got the drive sparked. Nice out. Threw it right to where only Johnson was going to catch it. So, showed a bit of the arm strength here. Actually stepped into it and whizzed it out there. Now, this is going to be the best pass, I would say, he's had the entire season. Now, this is the nice pass to Juju, where it's 3rd and 5, and he just drops it right into Juju. I think that was the nicest pass I've seen him throw this entire season. Most everybody really called him a dumpster fire for the entire first half, but this is a great throw. Right there. 1st and 10. Now, these are the passes you have to make, have to find. And he just dumps it over. We've seen that over and over, the checkdowns. But what did he miss here? What did he miss? Now take a look. Be watching McDonald right here. Donald, wide open. And that's really frustrating, that losing points off the board right there by missing a wide open McDonald running down the seam. You'll see McDonald. Nobody's right. Now, here's where he's going to go for Johnson. And, yeah, he's got some pressure. And, he tries to step up. And he just throws a bad pass to Johnson, who had some separation. Now, he's going to get some pressure off the right side here. But he's still going to make that pass. Still have to give your players the opportunity to catch those. 2nd and 12. This was another play where he just couldn't really step into a pass. See, he's getting hit. And that really probably should have been picked off. Really easily could have been picked off. Now, before somebody criticizes about him being hit low here, the guy was actually kind of blocked into him. But that's an easy interception. That guy missed right there. I'm pretty critical of him for the first half. And I could have shown more plays of his performance. Seen a lot of continuation of no touches or throws. These deep passes just aren't there. He's something like crazy of 4 for 22 or 5 of 22 on deep passes over 20 yards. And 2 of those, I think it's 4, maybe it's 5, but 2 of them were wide open bombs on blown coverage. I mean, you take those easy throws away like that, and he has no touch. And I didn't bother showing the touchdown to Johnson at the end of the game. Where he threw to Johnson wide open over the middle. I'm not going to give Rudolph any kudos for hitting a guy that didn't have another guy within 20 yards of him on probably the worst defensive NFL call any of us have seen in a decade, two. That's why Miami was 0-6. You take that away, and we beat the Dolphins by 6 points. Take that terrible play away. We kick a field goal. We beat them by 9. We're definitely not winning because of Rudy. But there's times where this past game, we did win in spite of Rudolph's mistakes. All right, Steeler Nation. Hopefully this will come out tomorrow. And the second half film study should be on the day after, hopefully on Saturday. So, all right. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you would. I would really appreciate that. And be sure to subscribe because I do put up content on here that is not available on the BehindTheSteelCurtain.com website. And be sure to ring that bell to get notified when I go live. All right. Thanks all.